In 1972, millions of Americans filled movie theaters to experience The Godfather. The film brought the Corleone family to life and became a true American classic. We fell in love with those powerful performances. Yet behind those unforgettable faces were real actors whose own stories were just as moving. Let us remember them together today. In 1972, Marlon Brando was 48 years old when he stepped into the role of Don Vito Corleone. He brought quiet strength and wisdom to the aging mafia boss who ruled his family with both love and iron will. One interesting fact few people know is that at only 48, he was far younger than the character he played. For his audition, he stuffed cotton balls into his cheeks to create that famous bulldog jaw and raspy voice. It was a simple trick that helped him transform completely and win the part against studio doubts.
Marlon Brando passed away in 2004 at the age of 80 from respiratory failure caused by pulmonary fibrosis. His performance as Vito Corleone revived his career and earned him an Oscar for Best Actor. He left behind an incredible legacy as one of the greatest actors in film history. In his personal life, Brando was married 3 times and had many children, including 10 recognized ones. He remained a passionate activist for civil rights and Native American causes throughout his later years.
In 1972, Al Pacino was 32 years old when he played Michael Corleone. He portrayed the youngest son who tried to stay away from the family business, but later became a ruthless leader. One interesting fact few people know is that studio executives did not want him for the role and tried to fire him 3 times during filming. They thought his performance was too quiet. Director Francis Ford Coppola fought hard to keep him, and the result became one of the most iconic transformations in cinema history.
Al Pacino is still alive in 2026 at the age of 86. His role as Michael Corleone launched him into stardom and earned him an Oscar nomination. He built a legendary career with powerful performances in many classic films. In his personal life, Al Pacino has 4 children from different relationships. He never married but has spoken warmly about his family and continues to share stories from his long journey in acting, while still reflecting with quiet pride on how that young man from The Godfather became one of the most respected figures in American cinema.
In 1972, James Caan was 32 years old when he played Sonny Corleone. He brought fiery energy and loyalty to the hot-tempered eldest son of the family. One interesting fact few people know is that he improvised the famous wedding scene where he smashed the FBI photographer's camera and threw money on the ground. That moment was not in the script, but it perfectly captured Sonny's character and added real-life intensity to the film.
James Caan passed away in 2022 at the age of 82 from heart attack and coronary artery disease. His performance as Sonny became unforgettable and helped define the film legacy. He enjoyed a long, successful career in movies and television. In his personal life, James Caan was married 4 times and had 5 children. He often spoke with affection about his family and the joy they brought him, even in his final years when he still loved telling old Hollywood stories to his grandchildren.
In 1972, Robert Duvall was 41 years old when he played Tom Hagen. He portrayed the loyal adopted brother and consigliere who gave wise advice to the Corleone family. One interesting fact few people know is that he spent time with real-life figures from New York neighborhoods to study their mannerisms and make his character feel authentic. This preparation helped bring quiet strength and realism to the role.
Robert Duvall passed away in 2026 at the age of 95 from natural causes related to old age. His work as Tom Hagen earned him an Oscar nomination and opened many doors in his career. He received an Oscar later for Tender Mercies and left a rich legacy of versatile performances. In his personal life, Robert Duvall was married 4 times and had no children, but cherished close friendships throughout his years and often reflected warmly on the deep bonds he formed with fellow actors on The Godfather set.
In 1972, Diane Keaton was 26 years old when she played Kay Adams. She brought warmth and innocence to the outsider who married into the Corleone family and slowly discovered the hidden world of power and danger around her. One interesting fact few people know is that she got the role and started filming without having read the book or the full script. She simply needed work at the time and trusted the process, which led to her memorable performance opposite Al Pacino and created a character many women in the audience could relate to.
Diane Keaton passed away in 2025 at the age of 79 from bacterial pneumonia. Her role as Kay helped launch her career, and she later won an Oscar for Annie Hall. She created a unique style in comedy and drama that influenced many. In her personal life, Diane Keaton never married, but adopted 2 children, a daughter named Dexter and a son named Duke, whom she raised with great love, and often shared quiet moments remembering her early days in The Godfather with them.
In 1972, Talia Shire was 26 years old when she played Connie Corleone. She portrayed the only daughter of the family, whose life was deeply affected by the mafia world, and whose emotional journey showed the heavy cost that violence brought to women in that life. One interesting fact few people know is that she was the first member of the Coppola family to appear in the film, and her performance helped pave the way for other family members in the series. She brought emotional depth to every scene with natural grace.
Talia Shire is still alive in 2026 at the age of 80. Her role as Connie earned her an Oscar nomination for The Godfather Part 2, and she gained even more fame as Adrian in the Rocky films. She built a respected career across decades. In her personal life, Talia Shire was married twice and has 3 children, including actor Jason Schwartzman. She has spoken fondly about her close family ties and the special place The Godfather holds in her heart as a true family project that connected generations.
In 1972, John Cazale was 37 years old when he played Fredo Corleone. He portrayed the sensitive middle son whose weakness and insecurity brought pain to the family. One interesting fact few people know is that before The Godfather, he worked with Al Pacino in the oil business as a young man. The 2 friends came up together in theater, and Pacino helped him get the audition. Cazale brought such raw emotion to Fredo that his betrayal scene became one of the most heartbreaking moments in the entire trilogy. John Cazale passed away in 1978 at the age of 42 from lung cancer. He appeared in only 5 films during his short career, and every single one was nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. That record remains unmatched in Hollywood history. In his personal life, John Cazale shared a deep relationship with Meryl Streep, who stood by his side during his illness. Their love story touched many hearts, and he left behind a legacy of quiet, powerful acting that still moves audiences today. In 1972, Sterling Hayden was 56 years old when he played Captain McCluskey. He brought tough authority to the corrupt police captain who clashed with the Corleone family. One interesting fact few people know is that during World War II, he left his acting career to serve in the Marines and later worked with the Office of Strategic Services on dangerous missions. This real-life bravery gave him natural presence in the role and made his confrontation scene with Al Pacino feel intensely real. Sterling Hayden passed away in 1986 at the age of 70 from prostate cancer. His role as McCluskey added memorable tension to The Godfather and reminded viewers of his long career in tough guy parts. He also wrote books, including his autobiography, Wanderer. In his personal life, Sterling Hayden was married 3 times and had 6 children. He often spoke about his love for the sea and sailing, which brought him peace away from Hollywood. In 1972, Richard S. Castellano was 39 years old when he played Peter Clemenza. He brought warm humor and loyalty to the longtime Caporegime who taught the family ways of the street. One interesting fact few people know is that he ad-libbed the famous line, "Leave the gun, take the cannoli," which was not in the original script. That moment became one of the most quoted lines in the film and perfectly captured Clemenza's character with both toughness and everyday charm. Richard S. Castellano passed away in 1988 at the age of 55 from heart attack. His performance as Clemenza earned him high praise, and he was actually the highest-paid actor on the first Godfather film. He had a successful career in theater and television before and after the movie. In his personal life, Richard S. Castellano was married and had children. He remained proud of his Italian roots and the way his role captured the flavor of old neighborhood life.
In 1972, Gianni Russo was 29 years old when he played Carlo Rizzi. He portrayed the ambitious son-in-law whose actions brought tragedy to the Corleone family. One interesting fact few people know is that he had no previous acting experience and secured the role through a strong screen test and persistence.
Gianni Russo is still alive in 2026 at the age of 82. His role as Carlo gave him a place in film history, and he later shared many stories about the making of the movie. He built a varied life beyond acting, including business ventures and writing. In his personal life, Gianni Russo has been married and has children. He often reflects with gratitude on how The Godfather changed his path and connected him to millions of fans who still remember his performance. In 1972, Abe Vigoda was 51 years old when he played Salvatore Tessio. He brought quiet dignity and street wisdom to the longtime friend of Vito Corleone, who later made a fateful choice. One interesting fact few people know is that he was cast from an open call among hundreds of unknown actors. Director Francis Ford Coppola saw something regal in him, and Vigoda prepared by spending time in New York neighborhoods to understand the character deeply.
Abe Vigoda passed away in 2016 at the age of 94 from natural causes related to old age. His role as Tessio became iconic, and he later reprised the character briefly in The Godfather Part 2. He gained even more fame as Detective Phil Fish on television. In his personal life, Abe Vigoda was married twice and had one daughter. He lived a long life with humor and often laughed about rumors of his own death that circulated for years.
Thanks for watching. If these memories of The Godfather touched your heart, please give the video a like and subscribe for more stories about classic films and the actors who made them unforgettable. We will keep these legends alive together.